Hello, everyone. Welcome back to the round 9 review. This is the Paragon, and we scored 2,436 this round, which is okay. So, a lot better than we have been doing the previous rounds, that's for sure. But we still could have been a bit better. So, top 6% overall, 12,142 for the round, and we went up nearly 7,000 spots to 26K. So we still have two boosts in the bank. We got 22 trades. It only says one boost there though, because I already activated it, but I've still got two, not including if I do use it this round. I'm undecided. But just going through the team quickly, we had some massive scores this week. Absolutely massive. But also some guys that let us down. That's for sure. Sheasel 101, he's probably in the middle, an okay score. Zorko, massive, absolutely insane. This is the Dane Zorko that we traded in for, you know, and I mean, he's probably an amazing get now if you wanted to. I mean, 53 break even and 531K. Yeah, amazing buy now playing Melbourne this week. So, yeah, Jordan Clark, also an amazing buy, 519K because what he's going to get. He had that really bad game last week, but just as he does, he consistently pumps out that 100 average, pretty much. So a 146 this week. Holmes 134, finally another big game from him after a few down weeks, 94s, 80, 70, didn't crack the ton for 3 weeks in a row. But hey, he's very capable of having these big games. So that's what you want. So hey, he's doing well. Roberts, another down week from him. So look, I was looking at his stats because realistically, he didn't actually play that bad. Like if we go to his game, so just look at him. Like he had the most disposals for Sydney, 26 touches, 8 marks. Guess it was just the five clangers. Bad fantasy to Supercoach ratio as well. Look, I'm happy with him. I'm happy with him. I just don't want him to drop a lot of cash. He was at 500K, now 135 break even. He's probably not going to get that, but if he can at least get a 120 like he was doing before, you'd take that. Then Bice. So, look, a little bit down. I don't know. Maybe it is just, even though he's a mature ager and everything, maybe he's just tiring up as the season goes on, his first season of AFL football. Just 17 touches coming off 12 last week. So look, he's not playing as well as he was early in the season, obviously. He looks a far cry from this North Melbourne game, but again, a lot easier competition there. So yeah, maybe he goes. I think especially because I wanted to use a rookie as someone I would just keep for a bit, and if I'm going to use anyone, it's looking like this guy, Zach Reed. Insane. I had him on the bench, so another massive score. Maybe the highest score he'll ever have in his career, and I had him on the bench. I don't know. Probably not. This is really first full season he's been able to have. But yeah, he's been insane. 133. That's crazy. And it's just look at the consistency. Last 5 weeks, besides this West Coast game, everything else has been amazing. There's no point of trading the guy. There's no point. He's doing hundreds for me, you know? So 5 round average of 93.4, 3 round average of 108.3. Really good. Carroll got dropped, so didn't play. Neil 81, would have expected a bit better. I didn't see this game. To be honest, I didn't really see a ton of football this round. Literally, I'll go through it. Pretty much every game was good this round except the Melbourne Hawthorn game. Every game was close this round except the Melbourne Hawthorn game. And that was the game I was at. I actually attended that one in person. But of course, the Hawks got a support. So yeah, was happy to go to that one still, definitely. But yeah, it was literally the only non-close game of the round. Every other game was decided within 15 points or something like that. It looks like. Yeah. Otherwise, yeah, this St Kilda Carlton game was the otherwise furthest margin away, and that's only 15 points. We even had a 0 point margin game with that draw. But yeah, anyway, I barely saw any football this round though. I went to this Melbourne v Hawthorn game, but besides that, of the other games, I really didn't see much football at all. So yeah, anyway, a little bit though, but yeah. Petrarca, yeah, so he was at that game. He was playing in that game that I was at. He was on 80 at halftime. I vice captained him, and I was like, oh my gosh, we are on for a big score here. Obviously going for Hawthorn, but I was like, if Petrarca can still kick 3 or 4, get 180, I'll take it as long as Hawthorn still win. And they did win, but Petrarca, even though he was on 80 at halftime, he scored I think he was on 78 at halftime. So he scored a 21 point second half. I think he may have gotten tagged a little bit by Finn McGuinness, but sometimes it's just hard to tell when you're actually at the game to tell if they're getting tagged because it's you can only really see them from afar compared to on TV. You can see quite clearly the stoppage and who's running with who. I think he was maybe getting a little bit of attention, but I'm not exactly sure. Either way, still got to have better than the 21 point second half. That's unforgivable. At least, he had a really good first half, so the score's not terrible. So Rosie, 134, yeah, another big game from him. Really good to see, of course. So yeah, showdown, got that showdown medal. So yeah, thoroughly deserved and everything. So I was happy with him. Ashcroft, 94, so that was good to see from him. And then it's a consistent score. And then Chera, 83, which was okay as well. And then Lindsay, 71. Again, I was at that one, but he played all right. Hustwaite, 27, got subbed out pretty early. So that wasn't too good, but it was okay. Boxall 38, which was not too good either, but I think he might stay in the team. I'm not exactly sure. We'll see how it goes. And then all these three guys didn't play. It actually blows my mind that Clay Hall's not playing in that West Coast team, to be completely honest with you. I really don't know why he's not playing. Like their coach is like I don't want to be too harsh on coaches, but their coach is terrible. That Andrew McWalter, he doesn't know how to coach to save himself. Sorry, sometimes I keep it too real. That's the thing. Sometimes I hold back my opinion just to like keep other people happy, but then other times I keep it too real, and that was one of them. Andrew McWalter, terrible coach. You know, like how have West Coast gotten even worse this year? Your only team that hasn't won a game. I mean they were close on the weekend for sure, but they've had a few close games, but still. Sartis got dropped as well. Probably could have seen that coming. Didn't play that well against North, but seriously, like I mean they won, so I guess it was the right call, but still. Gabriel didn't play either. And then yeah, we had this Cherry. So finally good to see. We had one of our guys get one of our rucks get a bit back on Gorn because Gorn's been outscoring them like crazy. But look, I mean, I think the difference between Cherry and Gorn is like a 3 point average or something like that. Really, it's not really Cherry that's the issue. It's DeConning. When I could have traded DeConning to Gorn in about round 5 or round 6 when they were both at about 580k, like pretty much just a straight swap. And now it's like 130k difference or something like that. Maybe even more. What is Gorn priced at? I think he'd be over 700 now. So on like 735, it's like 180k difference, 170k difference. That is insane. And I could have done it just in one trade, straight swap, like 4 rounds ago. It is what it is. Boyd hasn't played. I mean, it's my fault that I didn't do the Connie to Gorn. I could have just boosted, but I wanted to save trades. Rookie error. I'll know for next year and the rest of this year. Smith 154. Yeah, looking like absolute F1 by a mile. This guy is so consistent. And yeah, I mean, definitely all Australian, you would say. Rankin 97. Yeah, it's fine. Horn France 18. That's a good score from him. Warner 93. That's okay. McRae 79. I mean, didn't back up his big game last week, but that's okay. And Caleb Daniel, get out of my team. You're done. Done. Not really, because he's got an easy fixture, Richmond, this week, but like realistically, his cap is 116, as we can see. So he's not going to get that break even. So he's going to drop more cash. He's probably not even going to get 116. I don't know what happened. Like, was it his role? Like, I saw him out there at the end. He can't kick. He can't defend. I don't know what he does. You know, like a lot of his kicks, like he has some good kicks, but a lot of them are not the best. And he obviously doesn't defend at all. So yeah, I mean, he's literally just like a kick out merchant. If kickouts didn't exist, this guy would be unemployed right now, to be honest with you. But I guess luckily for him, they do exist. I mean, back in his heyday, though, the thing is, back in his heyday in the Bulldogs, from like 2016 to like 2022, like he did so much more than what he does now. Like his defending back then, even though obviously wasn't that good still, it was actually a little bit better. It actually was. So it's like it wasn't that much of a black hole on defense, as well as the fact of he was a lot better with his skills than what he is now. His skills are just so inconsistent right now. If I was a North Melbourne coach, he wouldn't be in the team. Actually, no, that's tough to say. They did just draw against Brisbane. So, I mean, no, he still probably would be in the team. But yeah, no, he probably would be in the team. He probably would be in the team. Again, he brings a lot more than just his skill set with the leadership and everything, premiership credentials and everything as well. So, fair enough that he's in the team, I think. But yeah, he's hanging on by a thread. Oh, I don't even know if he's hanging on by a thread, but fair enough, he's in the team. But yeah, anyway, that is what it is. Levi. I think might be gone this week, but he's got a pretty decent matchup against Melbourne, so we'll see how it goes. Look, I just kind of want to hold because I think he'll go probably. I mean, they're projecting he'll go up another 15K, get up to around just shy of 400, and then trade him out the next week going up against Hawthorn. I think that seems like it probably is the move. Like he's scoring pretty decently. Got that 99 in his system still. So like he could definitely turn up this week and crack, yeah, just around 400K. So we'll see. Cleary 35 is like okay. Not really. It's actually pretty terrible. And now that 89 goes out of his system. So what's his break even? 55. Yeah, wow. Maybe this is the last week we hold on to him. He better not go that terrible again, but we shall see. We shall see. He doesn't play the best at the SCG, does he? Just a 30 and a 63. We'll see. We'll see. They should win this week though against Carlton. Well, actually, maybe even not, to be honest. I mean, Sydney have been pretty terrible form. Carlton aren't the worst either. So yeah. And Dawson, bad game. He could barely touch the footy. He was getting a little bit of attention onto him, but only 14 touches for a game, for a full game. Let's check the midfield time. Okay, so let's go AFL. Let's go CBAs. Dawson. Jordan Dawson. Where is he? So he had again 86%. 86% CBAs and 14 touches is unforgivable. At least he had the 9 tackles, which kind of saved him. But otherwise, it wasn't really looking too good. Again, I know he's going to be an inconsistent player. He'll have these down games, but he'll also have those 140, 150, 160 games. So you got to take the highs with the lows. It averages out to probably being about 105, 110. So yeah, we'll see. We'll see. And he'll probably have more lows than highs, but the highs will be quite high. He definitely can have 160 games like he did last week, pretty much. So yeah, that's pretty much the team. Looking at it, I would say if we might use 3 trades, but I would like to not. Like the thing is, we've got 7 forwards right now because Petrarca's in the forward line, in the midfield right now as well. Like the thing is, I'm just thinking, do we trade Caleb? Do we trade him? Do we trade him? Maybe we do. Like really, the thing that we need to address is midfield. These 3 midfield rookies are killing me. Well, specifically these 2. I need to get one of these guys out of the team. That's why I think Sartis has to go, just because he's got a little bit of money on his head. It would have helped a lot more if he played another week and got up to like 240K. It would have helped a lot more. But that's okay. That's okay. These things don't always pan out. So what I'm thinking right now is Sinclair. But the thing is, as you'll see, we've only got 83K. Like if he just made an extra 20K, we would have been fine with this. But it is not, it is what it is. It is what it is. What's his break even still? Yeah, still only a break even of 7. So it's like it's hard to trade him out. He's only had the one cash prize of 26.4K. Oh my gosh. Yeah. It's okay. It's okay. He's probably going to be working 9 to 5 next year anyway, so he can enjoy his last year on an AFL list. Probably. Probably not actually, because I mean they'll still think he's young, he's got potential and everything. I mean he's probably got a contract beyond this year anyway. What's his contract? Oh, he's not been play on the weekend. I'm just gonna click on Nick Martin and then I'll go to Elijah. Let's see. He probably does have a contract beyond this year. Yeah, 2026. So I mean, yeah, he'll probably play till the end of next year and then he'll work 9 to 5 after that. Maybe go to uni or something. But yeah, let's see. So what we'll do is I'm thinking we've got to go someone else out. Maybe we just go Caleb. I don't know. I really don't know. I don't want to trade Levi and Lindsay because next week we can go Levi and Lindsay and we can get someone pretty good with that cash. So what I'm thinking is Sinclair will go on field for Boxall. Husway might get dropped. These 2 both might get dropped. I've got to be prepared for. So I want Reed on field. So I would want to defend a rookie. So I'd go Petrarca there. We'd have to go a midfielder, but there's no real midfielders because we've only got 524K. Okay, maybe we can't go Sartis. Maybe we got to go Lindsay. We still can't get anyone amazing though for this price because again, we've still got to put in a rookie. I think actually Jed Hughes actually scored well last week as well. Well, this just past week, 95, and he's priced at 172K. But I want to give him another look just because I'm worried about injury history and everything. A little bit of an inflated price, but I'm happy to get him just because he is experienced and everything. So yeah, what I'm thinking though is we'll do. So I want Reed to play. So we'll just grab a defender rookie who will go to the bench instead. And then our midfielder. Like, let's see. Which midfielder can we grab? Which midfielder can we grab? So they've got to be, if we're doing 583K, there is actually a few 99K guys. So they can only be about 480, yeah, about 484K they can be. So this is our selection of people. Not a whole heap of good options, to be completely honest. Maybe we bring Clayton Oliver back in. Just kidding. But yeah, like James Peatling has actually been good. Again, I started the season with him. Got a little bit unlucky. Like I traded him out after this 47 game just because like he's doing what I thought he would do. Like he's playing well. He's up to about a 90 average. Like if you look at it, this past 6 weeks have all been good. He did get suspended for one game, but I mean maybe the 71 not so much. But besides that, it's all actually good scores, for what you would have started him at 352K. So he's doing what I thought he would do. It's just that, yeah, I mean, he didn't do it in the first 2 weeks and I chose to trade. What did Garcia do? But like, I had the belief and I think I was right in doing so. I don't think Garcia's done a heap. Because again, a lot of people started with him. I mean, again, yeah, he got subbed out in this Brisbane game at like half time because he didn't want to defend. Yeah, he had that 99 in there as well. Yeah, it is what it is. So he's been okay. Wait, what was his price that he got up to? The highest price, if you held. You would have had him up to 311. It's okay. Not that best for starting at like 240. So I'm really undecided what we got into here. There's no one really amazing. Unless we just went a Luke Ryan, who says he's on fire. Coming up for 120 and a 115. Although I feel like Carlton and Collingwood are two of the easier teams to score against for defenders. Let me verify. I don't know if this stuff is out yet. The 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 matchup stuff. I can't even see it last time I met. Where is it? I haven't used this website in so long. Oh, here we go. Defense first position. Yeah, see, it's only. Okay, no, okay, you can go last five. Oh, no, you can't even. Where is this stuff? Is it only available after 10 games? No, you can go 5 games. I don't know what this is. Yeah, this stuff is too complicated for me. Maybe I'm just out of touch. I don't really know all this stuff, to be honest with you. Yeah, this stuff is way too complicated for me. Yeah, I'm not going to worry about it. But yeah, I feel like they're two of the easier teams to score against. What have his stats been like? 12 marks, 7 marks, 24 touches, 30 touches. So he's been getting a bit of the ball. He's been getting a bit of the ball. Look, I mean, we know Luke Ryan at his peak can average 130 for like 10 rounds. So he could do that here. I just don't know if I see it. I mean, Jordan Clark and Luke Ryan both scored really well in that game. Look, there's no one really down here that I would look to go with. Yeah, not really. So maybe we don't do Bice. Maybe we keep Bice. What's the break even? On a 2. I mean, even if he doesn't get that, he should go close. So if we just went Daniel and Lindsay, we could go for any rookie we wanted. And there's a spot in the mids. What could we do? Although I just feel like I don't know if this really helps our team keep progressing, is the issue. Like, if I did that and then I put Reed on field and I just traded him Buse this week, which I could do. And there is a few rookies out there. I'll go through the rookies in a bit, but we could just do something like this. But does this really help me? Does this really help me? That's what I'd have to ask myself. I don't know if it does. Okay, and then well, next week at least we could go Ashcroft out and Bice, and we could get a really good premium. We could get well, Dacos should be cheap next week. Dacos should be They cost. Oh my gosh, this stuff is taking forever to load. I think it's my laptop rather than anything else. But yeah, he's cold. I mean, he's gonna have that 76 price cycle for 2 weeks now. But he plays North Melbourne after this week. So I think he'll, if he is projecting 111, oh, if he could just do us a solid and go at like 80 and drop like 55k, that would be amazing. Drop to like 550, and then we could easily pick him up next week. And then the week after that, I think even a guy like Butters has been scoring amazing. He hasn't even done really much wrong, but he's still got a massive break even just because of his price that high. Why isn't this allowing me to see Butters? Where is Butters? It's not even allowing me to see him. Oh, yeah, I'll complete these trades and then we'll just go through some players because I think it's interesting. I can't believe I'm having this bad a year, but it is what it is. I think it's rookie roulette has crueled me so hard, but yeah, it is what it is. Levi, can I put him into the middle? Not really. Okay, so yeah, we'll get Jack Sinclair in this week. So just looking at some of these players, the average when it loads. Butters, whose price is 690, has a 183 break even though he hasn't been going that well. If we just need one game. Say Mark O'Connor goes to him this game, or Ocean Mullen or something. Ocean Mullen, however it's pronounced, goes to him. He just has 190. He just has 190. He is going to plummet down to 600k within about 3 weeks. Bont scored just the 99, his first sub ton. He's going to have a massive break even. Oh, it's not even that big. 159. Because he's gone 141 in the other one. I thought it would have been more than that. I thought it would have been like 180 or something. Okay, it's not really. Brayshaw wouldn't have that big a break even. He only had a one down game. 149 isn't too massive for him. He could get that even. So, yeah, he actually went up 5k this week, amazingly. So, yeah, I mean, Whitfield for sub 600 is okay. I feel like we can get him for a better price, though. But maybe not looking at these scores. He scored 86 and still went up the following week when he scored a 145. Look, for 600, sub 600 is probably actually a pretty decent price for him. Dunkley getting him at 520 would have been a good price, but we went with instead Dawson and yeah, maybe we should have gone Dunkley instead of Dawson. Actually, I didn't really think about that. Yeah, I didn't think about that. Should have done that probably. Should have gone, yeah, because he had North Melbourne and now Melbourne. Yeah, I didn't think about that. What's his break even? 71. Could we get Dunkley and Sinclair this week? If we can get Dunkley and Sinclair this week, I would do that, depending on who we've got to trade out. But as long as it's not Reed, if we can get Dunkley and Dawson this week, not Dawson, Dunkley and Sinclair this week, those would be two massive ins for us, which we should be able to do. Dunkley and the other bloke, what's his name? Wait, actually, let me just check his midfield time because I know he was playing a bit on the wing. And I mean, it was an easy matchup against North. We'll see. Check the CBAs. Dunkley, yeah, back 83, 89 last week. Yeah, he looks back onto it. I reckon get him in. Dunks, get Dunks in, and then get defender Sinclair. Although, can I do that? Means Reed would be on the bench. Petrarca would be on the forward slot there. So we can just get a forward rookie. Yeah. That means Reed would be on the bench though, which I don't really want. I'd like Reed to be on the field. Cause yeah. I mean we could do that though, and hypothetically we still have 149k, and there are some good rookies we can get. I mean, yeah, Buse we can still wait a week on. So I mean Matthew Jefferson scored 1 point. Did he play the full game? No, he must have got subbed off. I don't know if he got injured. I was at the game, but I didn't really see. Who else is there? Thomas Sims, I think he played, didn't he? Yeah, 45. He scored. Hmm. Simpson, probably not. Simpson, I feel like is good, but I just don't know about him. Archer weekdays, I'd want another week. That There was a GWS guy. I think his name was Delano or something like that. But we'll see. He hasn't played yet. Gulbin has been tearing up the VFL, Lachlan Gulbin, at least at the start of the year. I don't know how he's been going recently. But yeah, looking at this, it might just be a, I'm not sure. It might be a, yeah, Grzyski came in for Hogan, hasn't come back since. But I mean, Hogan's been tearing it up. Maybe Hogan, what's he priced at? Yeah, I mean, 7 on the weekend, kicked 9 earlier. I think it was 9, wasn't it? I think so. But I mean, yeah, just key forward type stuff. Massive ceiling, but very low floor as well. Yeah, 9 early in the year. How do you kick 9 and only score 138? Like, if you're kicking 9, you'd want at least 160, I reckon. Scored 160 this week with 7. Okay, anyway, so not to dilly dally, but I reckon we'll go with the other guy and go. No, I don't know. He did well in preseason. I don't know about him though. I mean, he's on the bench, so it's not the worst. I'd prefer Delano though for GWS. We'll see. I'll think about the rookies still. But hey, look, we can do this week. That's pretty sick trades, I reckon. That's 2 keepers in. Look, we don't get to play Reed on the field, but we still have Lindsay next week. Lindsay and Cleary next week, which will give us how much would cash would that give us? Let's check. Lindsay and Cleary. So if Lindsay goes up to about say 285, Cleary goes up about say 20. Oh, he's got a 50 break even. We'll give him say 265, 285, 265, plus we got 35k in the bank. That gives us 585. So we'd have to get someone probably, if we went Buse, we'd have to get someone 420k, which is too low. So we may need to do a boost next week as well. And if we boosted next week, we could use Sartis's cash and get in 2 rookies. One which would be Buse. I don't even know if we'd be able to get Buse. We might be able to get Buse and someone else. And then that would take Lindsay and Huswaite. No, we'd only be able to get 1 player off the field. We'd still need 2 more rookies, and we'd only be on 16 trades. That's crazy. But I think, yeah, well, once we do originally trade Reed, it'll make it easy to get a rookie off field just because he's got that much cash on his head. He'll probably get up to like close to 500k genuinely. Maybe we just keep him. Well, maybe next week what we do is we take out Lindsay, we sub Lindsay, so we trade Lindsay and we trade Cleary. So I'll just complete these trades because I'm actually liking those trades. I think those are good. And what we do next week, we got a lot of Brisbane players though. We got like 5 Brisbane players or 4 because VFI left. But yeah, don't came in. But what we'll do is Lindsay will come out, and so there'll be a spot in the midfield. We'll sub say Sinclair into the midfield, and then Sinclair's in the middle. And then Reed goes on field, Buse goes on the bench, and Cleary goes. Hmm. Say Sartis goes as well, and then that turns into a premium mid on field for Boxall. And then yeah, basically we will only have Reed and 1 other mid rookie on field. So we're relying on someone here to get a game, either Huswaite, Boxall, Hall, or Campriali, because Sartis will be gone. I don't know. I really don't know. I mean, who's going to come back? I think Clay Hall should 100% come back from West Coast, but their coach just hates him for some reason. Sartis, I don't think will come back since Essendon won. Boxall could stay in the team. Yeah, Boxall could stay in the team, but I don't know. And Huswaite, look, he wasn't as good as the week before, but Hawthorn had a pretty decent win. Nash is still suspended. I think Nash is suspended for 1 more game this week. Mackenzie's still out, so he could get games after, but at least this week, hopefully he plays. What's his break even still? It'd be not super low. Yeah, -9. It's not super low, but he'd still have that 80 in his break even in his system, the 82 there. So it's not super bad. His break even next week will be 39 though. So it's gonna increase a lot after that 82 leaves. Okay, we'll see. We'll see. We may need to play Reed on the bench again this week, which I don't want to do, but it is what it is. So, okay, captaincy wise this week. So Sheasel has Richmond, good matchup. Zorko has Melbourne, good matchup as well. Sinclair has West Coast, which is a good matchup. Clark has GWS, probably not the easiest. Holmes has Port, not the easiest either. Roberts has Carlton, probably not going to captain him though. Neil has Melbourne, which is good. Dunkley's got Melbourne. Rosie's got Geelong. Ashcroft has Melbourne, which is good. Yeah, Ashcroft has Melbourne, which is nice. I could see Ashcroft getting a 130 this game, but who knows? Chera has Sydney. I hope Chera goes well. I've held him for 22k now. He's probably going to get down to 450. He's just been pumping out 80s. But look, we will see. We will see. This thing is taking forever to load. Yeah, 81, 82, 83. Maybe he'll score 84 this week. Okay, Lindsay, Brisbane's tough matchup. Huswaite not going to captain him. Boxall not going to captain him. Cherry, yeah, Cherry against Richmond. You can't really go past that one, can you? DeConning against Sydney, no. Smith against Port. I mean, he'll probably score well again, just scoring well against everyone. Rankin, probably not against Collingwood. Although I think Rankin did really well against Collingwood last year. Let me check that. Let me go to here. Let me go Rankin. I can probably do this easier, can't I? I can probably just click on him and click what he scored against Collingwood. So 125. Oh, okay, I actually thought it was a bit more. This is taking freezing. My whole laptop is now frozen. Yeah. It says click continue to enter system password and restart the audio service. Cancel it manually. Okay. We're just gonna end the video here, I reckon. Otherwise, says its default speaker has been changed. I don't really know what's happening, but I think I'm not gonna captain any of these guys. Just trying to get this video done with. Let's see. I reckon I'll just do VC this week on. I think I'll do VC on Cherry, Captain Sinclair against West Coast because Sinclair loves beating up on the easy teams. We'll loop with whoever, but maybe we just put Reed on field instead of Roberts, low key. We'll see. I'll think about it. I'll think about it. Anyway, pretty much all I got for this video. Thank you guys all so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.